W key to hit this right hook nuke, sending him up faster than an elevator. She then proceeds to use her explosions to keep sending him up, lost his arm, and as he tried to regen,
damn, she really about to rock my shit.
The Chainsaw Man movie was honestly neck and neck with the Demon Slayer movie for me. If I'm lying, I'm flying. When I was watching this shit in theaters, the opening was like a crazy trip. But once Reze started getting active, I was like, hold on, nah, she kinda going dummy. I gotta talk about this. They dropped this release mad early too for the digital. So without further ado, let me show you what hands they had to offer. So the movie starts off at the Devil Hunter HQ, and Makima tells Power, girl, your horns are kinda long, I guess we gotta go bald. But since she's out of commission, Makima subs in another duo partner for Denji in the meanwhile. This guy's name is Beam and he's the Shark Fiend, and this nigga gets to glazing him like crazy. He was not trying to duo up with anyone if it wasn't for this nigga. Makima then asks Denji on a date, and this nigga jolly as hell, as would I can't even blame the nigga. The motive is to hop from theater to theater till midnight. All the movies they ended up watching that day ended up being straight dog shit until the very last one, leaving Denji crying and Makima showing some slight emotion, shedding a tear. They get to talking about it after, and she was low-key gassing on my man's Denji too and shit. But ultimately, our boy Denji did not get lucky that night and did not beat no Doonies down. We see Denji jolly as hell the next day after, and he was even donating to charity and all. This woman gave him a flower and he ate that shit, and this woman had that same facial expression as me, like fuck wrong with him. After a bit, it starts to rain and Denji takes cover in this phone booth, and this girl had the same idea soon after. And with this encounter, this nigga Denji, without a single skill point, without a single attribute in his bag, while being at 60 overall with 0 badges, he does this shit.
Oh my goodness, Valentine!
Thanks for the flower.
How the fuck could that shit possibly been green? There's really a girl for every guy out there. After this, she invites him to her job, and after taking this sketchy shortcut ass route, he somehow makes it to her job before her, and she was late. How could you have possibly been late? Now I see why everyone hates jobs, because there's sweats like Denji out here doing this shit for the love of the game. They get to chatting and she's touching up on him and shit, laughing at his jokes and all that, and he was like, she want me, she want me. They end up taking it to a day 2, no UDY, and she's doing some homework cause she's still in school, and she asks Denji, trying to link at school under the staircase, say no more. They're at the school and they're just having some fun, goofing off, and just acting like a regular old high school couple in the honeymoon phase. I'm not going to take any chances showing off the pool scene because them snipers don't play, but I will say that it was mad beautiful indeed. They end up going to this firework festival, and this is where shit gets to booming, literally, so lean in real quick. They were just enjoying the firework festival, going to each booth, and this was giving me mad 12-episode romance anime vibes without a season 2. I was cheesing for my nigga Denji like a motherfucker. They pull up to this little spot so they can watch the show, and she's like, Denji, let's run away. Just me and you. Let's start a family channel. I'll make you the happiest guy in the world, I promise. But he rejects her, since this is the first time Denji's life is coming together in a positive way. But with that crazy ass woman's intuition, she knew Denji had a crush on another woman. So she kisses him as the fireworks go off. But that's when we see blood drop, as she bit this nigga's tongue off and showed it to him like, nah, Reze, you's a freaky ass woman. But hey, now Denji knows what that mouth do, I guess. And she would've took Denji's heart too if it wasn't for Beam to come in and grab him and do the dash. That's when it's revealed that Reze is the devil hybrid like Denji, the bomb devil. And not gonna lie, her transformation was tough as hell. I was making this face in the theater while it was happening. She wastes no time, flash steps through the forest and pinpointed their asses. Beam tries to run away again, but Reze was on him and sent him back. Not gonna lie, you gonna have to give me Denji. I won't let you get away with this. Damn, your breath stink. Catch this Tic Tac real quick. Help! Help! These random niggas happened to pull up and they just wanted to see the festival, but sadly, the only things that they gon' hear snap, crackle, and pop are each other's bodies. Snapped and sent a literal nuke on they ass. We cut to Aki training with these other hunters from the second, I believe, and Nomo was like, gang, you gotta come back to the second. I mean, soon I'm gonna be the sub-captain so you can join up again and be my Robin and shit. But after a while, Beam pulls up on him carrying Denji, but it's already too late. She's walking him down. She tries to play him, but they was not going for it. She was about to pop the transformation, but that's when these two caused mold to grow in her heart and intestine, which if you ask me is insanely fucking broken, but too bad that they gave it to the fodder ass niggas that don't know what to do with it for real. Cause she booms her head off, picks that shit up, and launches it their way, booming the place. Nomo telling everyone not to let her near Aki and them, but Reze's body starts chasing him. He uses cone, but she runs over the arm, grabs onto him, and boomed this shit too. The Three Stooges try and up pole on her, but she snapped them off the map like she was Thanos. Homeboy tries to use Cone's arm again, but she easily flipped over that shit, and she was about to set his head top on fire if it wasn't for the vice captain to eat her with Cone's head. But Cone wasn't rocking with the taste, so she dipped. And fuck you mean, this devil, the community devil by the way, cause I'm not gonna lie, Cone is more ran through than a motherfucker. Just up and left, like nigga, you was on payroll, fuck you mean you going home? But then they hit a tag team on her ass. We cut to Aki and them in the V trying to drive off, and Angel, if I ain't mentioned it earlier before, my bad, this is Angel, Aki's new main duo partner, and I'll explain his abilities later. I'm not gonna lie, I did not explain his abilities later. He asks Aki why he ain't start the car yet, but that's when we see Reze in front of them, and she's holding Aki's homeboys' heads. Nah, can I even show this for real? She was really moving mad. Aki takes the risk though, hits the gas, and he's out of there. But Reze drops the heads and follows up, lands on the V, and was about to blow that shit into bits if it wasn't for this nigga to kick her shit in. Tried to double back with the axe kick of doom, but Reze blocked that shit. I don't remember if bro's name or alias came up in the anime, but fuck it, we go call him Big P. The P stands for plague, cause those niggas that were in the plague wore those masks. You feel me? You feel me? Same page? Okay, cool. Now lock back in. Reze gets into her stance, ready to squabble, but bro waved the white flag and hit the dash. And poor Kobani, she was scared to death as Reze was walking towards her ass. As Aki is cutting up, we see Reze coming in hot and lands on the truck behind him. But that's when Denji took the top off, no gunna, off the car and hopped onto it. He got backdoored and he was going to speak up instead of sitting back, literally and metaphorically. He was like, everyone only fuck with me because of my chainsaw heart. But what about my heart? Denji's heart. But I do fuck with you, Denji. Dead ass. Is you that going, my nigga? Not gonna lie, this shit was frying me cause Denji genuinely took her word for it, no hesitation, after biting his tongue off and doing his shit like Fruit Ninja. Don't be blind at her appearance. Deep down, this is a spirit of a light-skinned woman. Denji revs up the engines and Reze holds her arms out and the scrap begins. Denji weaves the right hook, goes for the toes like he Daquan, but she hits a flip, gets this right in, but Denji moved out of the way. The explosion sends Denji into the building, but Reze W keyed his shit with another right hook. He managed to block it in time, but she slipped one of her fingers in his chain, booming his shit. He tried to dash at her through the smoke, trying to be sneaky, like his chainsaws ain't loud as hell, but she got low and sent his ass packing through the air, followed up and went over him, turned her leg into a literal nuke, and quite literally gave him the axe kick of death, sending him to the streets. She was stepping on his shit too. She was genuinely standing on business. She was straight playing with this nigga's body, I can't lie. Picked him up by the collar and she was straight booming his shit till their head colors matched. Senshi Black. As she's walking away, we see Aki was playing dead as he chopped Reze's arm off. Reze sends a left nuke, but Aki evaded and cuts her. Due to the future devil contract, he can see a few seconds into the future, but if he slips up, he's cooked. Aki dodged the explosion, but Reze came in with his down slab and she was chasing him too, and she would have made him eat this nuke if it wasn't for Big P to get him out of there. As they was about to jump her, that's when the Typhoon Devil pulls up to even the odds. While Reze and Denji were at school, the Typhoon Devil tried working with this creepy ass looking nigga and almost had Reze backed into a corner, but she had him in a full Nelson like the next second and murked his shit. Turns out, Reze got mad motion in the devil world and the Typhoon Devil wasn't trying to go band for band with her, so Reze made the Typhoon sign a 360 deal to obey her. We cut to Angel and Beam using this woman's blood to revive Denji. They try and think of a game plan, and that's that's when Angel presses Beam, asking him if he knows anything about the Chainsaw Devil's ability, to which he says that he uses his chainsaw Spider-Man style, swinging from building to building. But Denji's dumbass didn't understand the memo, I guess, cause he pretty much uses Beam as a horse and uses his chains as reins. Now, this did look mad cool, I'm not gonna lie, but poor Beam, bro, out here getting strangled, but went along with it cause he wasn't trying to ruin Denji's moment. So they run headfirst into the Typhoon, and the 2v2 against the devils begin. Reze sending in these bombs, but Denji and Beam move through them. Typhoon sends these wind attacks for Reze to send an explosion behind the rubble, but they went through this building and chopped her leg off. Typhoon spat out some blood to heal her though, so she's still good. We see Beam and Denji try and dive into the tornado just for Reze to be sending nukes from within. And you know what this nigga Denji does? He swings Beam to parry the explosions. Typhoon sent him flying into this building, and the sound effects they had for when Beam was bouncing was genuinely frying me. It was like he was straight out of the Bikini Bottom or something. But Reze was on their ass, so ain't nothing to laugh about right now. Kicked Denji away, sending him back. He charged in, but look how clean she pulled up. This is how I knew that she was genuinely finna beat the bricks off this horny ass nigga. Sent explosions his way to stun him, flashed up behind him, was doing some acrobatics for the fashion for them extra aura points to hit him with this down slam, spin move to this right palm, elbow back fisted his dome, changing his whole POV to black and white, hooked his mouthpiece, spun around, changing the whole animation style, pulled him into the roundhouse, flipped into this kick from hell, sending him back. She wasted no time W key to hit this right hook nuke, sending him up faster than an elevator. She then proceeds to use her explosions to keep sending him up, lost his arm, and as he tried to regen,
Damn, she really about to rock my shit.
Reze was walking his ass down and she was about to light his shit if it wasn't for Beam to clutch up again, saving him. Typhoon gets to destroying the building and Denji was like, I ain't gonna lie, Beam, we gonna have to spin back. Say no more. They dive right back in and they charge straight for the center. Typhoon starts sending trains their way, but they manage to evade while smiling and laughing hysterically. Denji comes in from up top, started doing his thing, shredding it, and with the help of Beam, they managed to defeat the Typhoon Devil. As its blood fills the streets and they're swimming through it, the only op left is Reze, coming in from off this building, scattering bombs in the water to get him. They hit the dash, but Reze was on their tails, grabs the reins, swings them into the air, and hits the All Might pose before sparking their shit sky high. Reze was having a blast, having this whole firework-esque aerial battle, swinging Denji like he did Beam a while ago. Denji cut his chain off, but Reze sent an explosive trail his way, and it's just playing with bro until she sent a literal nuke his way, but Beam got between that shit to take the hit. And at this point, I was thinking that Beam's pull-up game was top 5. He might just be the best shield in anime. Reze wasn't done though. Came from up top, stomped on this nigga like Shigaraki did Endeavor. Chased after him and made him eat that 8 trigram 64 palm and got sent packing. But he was holding Denji in his mouth, protecting him. Reze tells Denji that he should have given up, and he was like, nah, I can't do that one, and caught this spark to the chest, sending him rolling onto this dock. They square up and Denji cuts off his arm and he uses Reze's explosion to remove the other, but that's when we see that that shit is still attached to his chains and he's just hitting the boneless emote, swinging that shit. She kicks away the debris, but Denji is straight tanking him, and before she can snap, Denji wraps her in his chains, bringing them together before falling into the water, as the scene cuts between them when they were swimming earlier and now before they hit the bottom. The scene cuts as we see Beam save them both and they're now on shore. Denji doesn't believe that she truly didn't fuck with him, and he thought that he was gonna get lucky with this kiss, but she knocked his ass out to the ground. But he tells her to meet him at her work anyways. I don't know how this nigga can still put up these fire hydrant red shots, but shit, they must be working, cause she ended up not taking the train away and was walking to the cafe, but sadly Makima lied, Reze died, and Denji truly tried. This movie was straight cinema from start to finish, and if you believe it was nowhere near the Demon Slayer movie, then you're truly a drooler who was hypnotized by flashy lights and colors. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, then please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and comment down below your thoughts on the Chainsaw Man movie. Be sure to also go follow the socials like the Instagram and the Twitter, and be sure to join the Discord to be a part of the community. All links are in the description down below. And without further ado, I hope you guys have a great day and see ya.